Alright, Brawlers and Baku crew members, get ready for another Bakugan Armored Alliance Fusion Series video. I'm BakuRed96, and this time I am going right back to Pyrus, but instead of Dragonoid, I am taking a look at Pharol. So this will be the Pharol and Gillator fusion. Now I know it kind of goes hand in hand with the core, given that this time the Aurelus main is Pharol, which kind of doubles as a main, character as well. So a little confusing. I guess this could bridge the gap between my Ultra Aurelus fusions and then my core fusion series. Nonetheless, though, this is going to be awesome. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do the Sabra video. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see that one before the core fusion series. But diving right into it, I'm really excited about this video. I want to start out with Gillator because, believe it or not, this bad boy is from Armored Alliance, but he is brand new. Right before hitting that record button, I just unboxed him, like literally, here is the remnants of that. I find it really interesting that he was actually released in the wave with Saurus, Rampirian, Treacherous, all of the kind of main characters that fuse and have the core fusions with the main lines. So yeah, really nice. As of right now, unfortunately, the only one I am missing for that side of the series is Aquas Rampirian. I thought I had that one in the bag, but yeah, when it was delivered, it was a Genesis Warrior Whale instead. So gonna try to figure that one out before I go on with the series. Enough rambling though, let's take a look at this awesome Bakugan. So Gillator does have manual feet on the hind and front legs. So a little more manual parts, kind of like most Armored Alliance Ultras. Makes it really nice. And then Gillator has a ton of paint. I really like that. From what I know, there was also a translucent gear pack release for Pyrus Gillator. That one was really cool. I did see a few listings for it, but again, I did want to try to get everything to match, so OPEC colors it was, and here we go. Still a really clean Bakugan. Can't believe this was sealed and it is just now out of the box. I don't know if that was really a good thing for me to do or a bad thing for me to do, but the videos must go on. And besides, I do have a ton of cases for these guys. I'll just kind of show what cases I use right here. These are what I normally use for all my Bakugan. Right now I'm up to 7. And I hopefully that's all I'll need for the second generation. Third generation Bakugan, I only have 2 cases, so you can definitely tell which one I like more. Now then, moving on to the Armored Alliance Pharol. Honestly, my absolute favorite. I love the blue in the Sphinx cowl or mane, I guess you could say, because it is kind of a lion. It just looks a lot better than the Aurelus versions we got in Evolutions and Legends for Pharol. But opened up, here we go, really basic design. I've spent a lot of time on Pharol. I did do the custom diamond where I did some part swapping between an Evolutions version and the Diamond Evolutions. So that was definitely a fun experiment, spent a lot of time on Pharol. I do like it. It is a really cool Bakugan, really simple design as far as the core goes. They pack a lot of detail in such a cool look. The diamond also really nice because the diamond keeps the little blue lines here, and it just looks so much better than the other diamonds. I might go for that. That might actually be a diamond that I go for the channel collection. But really, honestly, I was happy to find this Armored Alliance one because this is a tricky core Bakugan to hunt down, believe it or not. It took me a while to find. Very nice, though. Kind of a shame that Pharol didn't get an Ultra form. Like, the only Ultra he got was the Fusion, which kind of makes sense once I open this up. You can all kind of see why, or maybe guess why. There's not a lot of Gillator to it. Like, it almost looks like it is just Pharol Ultra. I mean, you could argue that the feet, right? Because that's how all of these fusions are, is the feet are colored to whatever Gillator was used in the fusion. So the Aquos one has blue feet, the Chaos white, the Ventus green, and so on. There was a Darkest planned, would have had little purple boots, but that was canned. So we do just have the aforementioned ones. And then there was also a Diamond. I believe it was canceled. I've seen photos of it. Not sure if it was canceled, released, part canceled. A lot of the ending waves of Armored Alliance were just unfortunately canceled. But yeah, again, a ton of detail. One thing that I'm not very fond of with this fusion is just the amount of screws. There is a ton on one side. You definitely want to have the photogenic side facing the camera at all times because, wow, that is a lot of hardware there. But again, to my point with the Aurelus Nobilius, you know, a ton of springs, a lot of movement and folding and complexity that I guess you just need it for. But still a really awesome fusion. Again, I don't know how, but they managed to put more Aurelus on top of Aurelus, kind of really dialed in that this was like a double Aurelus fusion of a sort, or I guess that the main Bakugan in the fusion was Aurelus, unlike all of the other main characters, where Aurelus is the secondary faction, if you will. Really nice, and the black jaw, I guess, gives it a little bit of detail. Makes the head pop with the silver eyes. I would have liked for the pupils to have been painted, maybe a different color. I would have been fine with red. Like, just make it simple since you're already using red on the feet. But beggars can't be choosers. This was, after all, a $60 Bakugan. That's right, wasn't even sealed. This one, also a, harder to find than the Pharol, but still one of the harder to find Bakugan that's up there, at least in my experience. So when I finally did track it down, no questions asked, I spent big money for this bad boy. But yeah, really awesome fusion. Let's go ahead and try to close it, which is going to be terrible. I practiced this off camera so that I wouldn't be so horrible on screen, if you will. And it kind of turned out a little odd because you have to hold things in weirdly that way, and then the feet kind of fold in. But the front wings go over the legs, but the legs go under, so you have to kind of line it up, and you have to be really gentle, right? You don't want to just cram it all together, because this mold does overlap in a way it's not supposed to, just because of all of the spring work and mechanisms. But once you have everything loosely lined up, I would say just watch the wings. Make sure you have it a good spread apart, like you should see Pharol's head and feet like so. And the tail does wrap around, and if you kind of just wiggle everything, it kind of clicks into place just like so. And there's no awful snapping or anything like that, so perfect. Moving on though into Pharol. Pharol, really easy. You gotta love those core Bakugan. Front feet, head in, collapse everything in. And there we have Pharol. Super simple, super clean, very nice core Bakugan. And then the same for Gillator. Surprisingly really easy, and I love it as an Ultra to close. So front feet, back feet, you're going to fold in the arms and the head. Kind of bend it down to crest the back forward. That way you can push in the head, right? And then the whole back half just kind of slides right into place. And there we have it. All Bakugan closed up and looking absolutely fantastic. Brawlers, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Until next time.